Happy Saturday to you all, my wonderful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. This one is another Saturday, and as such, today happens to be the last Saturday in the month of July. Remember, today's date never change. Now 29. There is no another 29 day in the month of July. Only 129, and we are saying gradually bye-bye from this month to enter into another different month altogether. Anyway, my wonderful people, say I dey talk like a prophet, but they don't believe me. The other day, I told my fans, I make it categorically clear that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have called for this sit at home off since long ago. Nobody believed me. They said, do I hear from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? When did he make such statement? Okay, make una hear them. Now, the headline here is, and this is where we are going to anchor our news from this very Saturday morning. Nnamdi Kanu declares end to sit at home in handwriting letter. The photo is below. You can as well log on to www.nigerianews.com or nigerianews.org. My dear brothers and sisters, you must surely get the news, read it to your understanding. Then you come back and let me know what you think at the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. All these people that is spying me, today you will subscribe, tomorrow you will unsubscribe. You don't become a Nigerian NEPA now. They always come and go, up NEPA. No problem. Continue. That's what I have to tell you. So let us go there, my wonderful people. No time to tell time. Today na Saturday, I have a lot of dim dim bam bam where I got attend. All in the name of wedding and under etc. Even in this hardship, people are still they do wedding, they marry. I don't know where they keep all this money. Anyway, my wonderful people, let us go there. The detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has declared an end to all forms of sit-at-home exercise in a handwriting letter. Nigerian report that IPOB leader in a handwritten letter, which his special counsel, Aloy Ejimako, read at a World Press Conference held in Enugu State on Friday, said all agitation protesting for his release should henceforth be stopped. Kanu, in the written declaration dated July 24, 2023, was a sequel to the refusal of Simon EKPA, a self-acclaimed discipline, to announce the cancellation and further declaration through his media platforms. The IPOB leader warned EKPA to desist from calling for any sit at home henceforth and to make a public announcement to the effect that the Mazi EKPA is in a receipt of a direct order from him, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to cancel any pending sit at home in place at the moment. The complete statement reads, this public announcement bears and shall be reproduced below the unedited verbatim instruction containing a direct order personally issued by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in his own handwriting on the 24th July of 2023 through me to Mazi Simon EKPA, instructing him to desist from calling for any further sit at home henceforth and to make a public announcement to the effect that him, EKPA, is in receipt of a direct order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to cancel any pending sit at home in the place at the moment, and also that he, Kanu, has by same order authorized me to issue a press statement if he, Mazi Simon EKPA, fails to make this announcement on his platform. To avoid or for avoidance of doubt, this direct order was personally handed over to me by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when I visited him on the said 24 July 2023 at the headquarters of the Department of State Service, DSS. Later that day, I tried to contact Mazi Simon EKPA via his WhatsApp number, but could not reach him until 1:44 a.m. the following day, 25th July 2023, Whereupon I snapped the direct order as written and sent to him. He thereafter acknowledged receipt, and we spoke briefly on it and exchanged a couple text message thereof. Since that early 25 July 2023, when I conveyed the order to Mazi EKPA and he duly acknowledged it, he has not implemented the order or otherwise made such announcement on his media platform. Nonetheless, I made a consensual decision to give him the benefit of doubt and thereby accord him more time to do the needful. Then, late yesterday, further written instruction was issued by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to me, referring to the extant direct order to Mazi EKPA, and in addition, instructing him that given that EKPA has not carried out the order, I must, as of today, being the 28th July 2023, proceed to make the order public through a public announcement and press statement. In the said further instructions, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu added more pertinent details and asserted that I must equally make them public. According and as of counsel, bound by duty and the solemn oath of my noble profession to faithfully and zealously implement my client's clear instructions without any fear or favor, I now therefore reproduce verbatim the contents of the said direct order to Mazi EKPA at the first paragraph and the related further instructions from the second paragraph to the end as follows. Simon, this is a direct order from me. I hereby instruct you to desist from calling any further sit at home henceforth. This one is coming from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Anybody see engaging in sit at home is not my disciple. Haters of Biafra and mindless murderers in uniform are hiding under the cover of combating enforcers of sit at home to unleash mayhem against the same people we swore to defend. That is the simple truth. I said it earlier and I still repeat myself. Sit at home order have been hijacked by the so-called people who are oppressing us. So Mazi EKPA and the rest of the other officials need to do what? Strategize on how to carry on this agitation. If by going from one house to the other at the Western world for them to hear our voice, then that is what we are going to do. But let us stop what? Suffering our own people, the people who have sworn to be fighting for. I have sent countless messages to those purported enforcing it at home that they are not doing so in my name. I am not begging anybody to release me. Just that Nigerians should have the decency to obey their own laws, according to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The main issue which our people should address their minds to is the unconscionable delays in hearing the government appeal at the Supreme Court, which is a situation not amendable to any sit at home. Therefore, sit at home is a waste of time, resource, and energy. Those who may not understand the genesis of the sit at home should refer to my younger brother's press statement on the eve of the commencement of the original order issued by the IPOP family. My brother made it clear to the DOS that I was against the order for people to sit at home under whatever guise. This caused a rift between my siblings and the DOS till death. Aloy should use the above contributions to form the main body of the press statement. I want our people to know how this whole sit at home brouhaha started. Had DOS obeyed my direct instructions to cancel the first Monday sit at home, opportunists, scavengers would not have jumped on the bandwagon to wreak havoc on our people. I want our people to know how this whole sit at home brouhaha started. Had the DOS obeyed my direct instructions to cancel the first Monday sit at home, he said what? The scavengers will never have jumped into it. You, Aloy, must release the press statement tomorrow with a screenshot of the handwritten note I gave to you unfailingly, according to what did they call him? According to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In conclusion, I hereby affirm upon my honor as of counsel that above words in quotation and the attached handwritten note are the words of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his handwriting. So anyone that cares to see it, my doubters and those people who keep on saying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never speak anything, we're gonna hear them now from the horse's mouth. I don't know which one I want to follow now. Whether to follow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or to follow EKPA declaring sit at home every now and then. Aisha Yusuf reacts as federal government advises Nigerians to consider bicycles, that is long john, as alternative means of transport. In other words, there's no any possibility for them to do anything for the fuel increment that is ravaging the country at the moment. Popular Nigerian activist Aisha Yusuf has reacted to the federal government's advice, urging Nigerians to consider cycling as an alternative means of transportation to go to their numerous businesses. If you want to travel to east, from Lagos, from north, from wherever you are going, my dear, buy your bicycle. We are going back to the olden days now. Hey, APC will never kill. They will never kill us. Nigerians record that the Federal Ministry of Transportation had encouraged Nigerians to consider bicycles as alternative means of commuting as part of efforts to promote a cleaner environment and healthy lifestyle. The director, Road Transport and Mass Transit Administration, Musa Ibrahim, who stated this at a one-day stakeholder sensitization meeting held in Abuja, said the idea is to enhance and heighten the importance of cycling in Nigeria, as it will obviously lead to a drop in a road crash incidents. Ibrahim noted that the stakeholder sensitization meeting is consonant with the World Bicycle Day, which is marked annually on the June 3 through a United Nations General Assembly resolution. According to the director, World Bicycle Day recognizes the uniqueness, longevity, and the versatility of the bicycle as a simple, affordable, reliable, clean, and environmentally fit, sustainable means of transport, fostering environmental stewardship and health. Hence, the United Nations 2023 World Bicycle Day theme, riding together for a sustainable future. Sharing the news via her Twitter handle, Yusuf lamented that lawmakers are trying to strangle the struggle masses. She wrote, "The beautiful thing for me is that citizens are now paying attention to the political process." According to her, neither the lawmakers nor the executive have reduced their cost of governance. They have awarded billions to themselves and tell the struggling masses to strangulate one day, according to Aisha Yusuf. How Lagos government, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, refused to release body of slain journalists, other EndSARS victims for 3 good years. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's led government of Lagos State has been immersed again in a controversy surrounding the aftermath of the nationwide EndSARS protest that birthed the reported massacre at the Lekki toll gate in October 2020. After 3 years, reports revealed how the state government kept away the body of a journalist, Pelumi Onifade, who was killed on October 25, 2020, allegedly by a police task force team led by one Yinka Ebeyemi. It was gathered that Onifade, who was an intern journalist at the time, was interviewing a crowd of people assembled at a place where COVID-19 palliative was being looted in Oke-Oba, Agege, Lagos, but never lived to tell the story as he first went missing, then found dead. Mass burial. Nigerians record that the internet went agog on Sunday morning after a letter from the Lagos State Public Procurement Agency addressed to the State Ministry of Health confirmed the government intention to hold a mass burial for over 103 fatal victims of the EndSARS protest. According to the letter, the state government awarded $61,285,000 naira contract to TOS Funerals Limited to bury the bodies, a sum that equals to 595,000 naira per body. What for? A country that is full of hungry people. The development generated a period of reactions, and Nigerians mocked the Lagos state government for at least beginning to admit that there were killings at the Lekki toll gate on October 20 of 2020. The government countered the narrative, saying none of the bodies was recovered from the toll gate, but from other parts of the state. Again, the state health ministry asserted that after the protest, the chief coroner invited families of victims to claim their bodies, but nobody responded to claim any of the said bodies. In the aftermath of the EndSARS violence, the office of the chief coroner invited members of the public through adverts and announcements who had lost loved ones or whose relatives had been declared missing between 19th and the 27th October 2020 from various clashes as mentioned above to contact the Department of Pathology and Forensic Medicine of the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, LASUT, to help with identification of these casualties deposited in the state-owned morgues. Relatives were to undergo DNA tests for the identification process. It is important to state categorically that nobody responded to claim any of the bodies, according to what we are seeing here. Trouble, you know they finish. Trouble, I said what? You know they finish. Cut out their light or their power supply. Reno Omokri advises Tinubu on how to restore order in Niger Republic. You think so? You better advise him to do the country well, and you're advising him what to do in another country. That is why you people head is empty. Nothing is inside. Your country people are dying of hunger. All you people care is what is happening in other countries. Useless and nonsense a set of people. Former presidential aide Reno Omokri has advised Nigeria on what to do to restore order in the Niger Republic. Nigerians recall that some members of the presidential guards engaged in an anti-Republican demonstration carried out a coup attempt against the Niger president, Mahamadou Bazoum. Reacting to the chaos in the African country, Omokri opined that Nigeria can successfully restore democracy to the country if it employs a stick and carrot approach. Omokri urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who doubles as the chairman of the ECOWAS, to place an embargo on the country. He argued that nothing should allow to go in or out or except for medical supplies. He asked Nigeria to shut down its electricity supply to the embattled country. For the carrot approach, Omokri advised that agitators to be offered immunity if they choose to surrender. Speaking via Twitter, he wrote, "Niger Republic is landlocked country. It should be possible for ECOWAS, led by Nigeria, to restore the democratically elected president Mahamadou Bazoum to power by placing an embargo on the country. Nothing must go in and nothing must come out except emergency medical supply. No food, no beverages, no weapons, no cars, no nothing. The jail also depends largely on Nigeria for electric power supply. Abuja should shut down the tap on that until the democratically elected president is returned to office. In addition, the Kano-Maradi rail line construction currently going on should be suspended. And in addition to the sticks mentioned above, some carrots should be dangled, such as complete immunity for the coup plotters, as well as allowing the ringleaders to leave the country along with a promise to pay them a robust maintenance allowance. There are other ways apart from military intervention to reverse this coup. Use sanctions and diplomacy to put the squeeze on these guys the way President Obasanjo put the squeeze on the putschists that attempted to overthrow President Frederick the Menace of Sao Tome and Principe in 2003. You cannot advise your president to look inward with suffering Nigerians are going through. When the country is ravaging into poverty, when the so-called president is leading them astray, nobody was there to advise him to live right. Now you people are eyes open now to advise Tinubu on what to do to another country, while your own country is dying of hunger every day in, day out. On our way done, lady who returned misplaced $70,000 to customer gets appointments. The video is below. A female staff member of a Go Hotel and Suites, identified as Kekwaru Ngozi Mary, who returned misplaced $70,000 to a customer in Lagos, has been appointed as a brand ambassador by Emohua Local Government Council in Rivers State. Okay, this girl is Rivers. Nigeria News had earlier reported that Mary, upon discovery of the bag containing a huge sum of money, reported the incident to the hotel management. The hotel general manager, in line with the establishment's policy of integrity and transparency, promptly initiated the process of returning the money to its rightful owner. Rewarding Ngozi, who is from the Rondele community in Emoha, Emoha, local government area, Rivers State, for her integrity, the Emoha local government Honorable Chidi Lloyd, DSSRS, approved her appointment as brand ambassador of the local government area. She was also honored with an award of excellence by the management of Eko Hotels on Thursday. Following the appointment, Chidi Lloyd will be unveiling Mary Ngozi formally on Thursday, 3rd August 2023, as the brand ambassador of the local government area. To be good, it pays to be good. Sorry to say, it pays to be good. So try to be good anytime, any day. It pays to be good. That is what I want to tell the young ones of this generation. Why millions of Nigerians were born into poverty? Reno Omokiri, okay, is here to tell us the real deal. Okay, we are listening. Former presidential aide Reno has revealed why millions of Nigerians were born into poverty but blame spiritual powers. Nigerians report that the social political activist, in a post via his Twitter page, claimed that many Nigerians grew up in poverty because their grandfather was chasing women instead of money. Recall in the olden days, a man's wealth was measured by the number of women he married, unlike recent times. Oh, well, you may be making some sense. However, in today's society, wealth is based on one's investment and earnings. Hence, Reno has asserted that many people are yet to come to the realization of how the poverty baton is passed in their family, but keep blaming village people for their inability to be successful. Giving a typical example, the People Democratic Party PDP chieftain said many men could speak for hours about the girls in their locality, but can't do the same about top investment in their area. He tweeted, "The reason your father grew up in poverty is because your grandfather was chasing women instead of money. The reason you were born in an abject poverty is because your father did the same thing. What are you doing differently today to ensure your son does not carry the poverty baton? It is not village people who are behind your lack of success. Consider this. You can talk for an hour about girls in your area, but you can't speak for 1 second about the top investment in your locality. That is why women and money avoid you." Voila, no dey finish. Article's head Daniel Boala speaks on why President Tinubu refused to nominate Fani Kayode Keyamo as ministers in his cabinet. The heir to the People Democratic Party PDP presidential candidate in the 2023 election, Atiku Abubakar, Daniel Boala has said that President Bola Tinubu refused to nominate some of the supporters as ministers because of the European Union report. Nigerians recall that the European Union Election Observer Mission had listed a former Minister of the State for Labour and Employment, Festus Akpamo, and the chieftain of the All Poverty Congress APC, Femi Fani-Kayode, as propagators of fake news during the 2023 general election in Nigeria. The European Union accused Akpamo and Fani-Kayode of misleading Nigerians by spreading fake news during the 2023 general election. The European Union Observer cited instances where both APC chieftains propagated fake news while campaigning for their candidates. Speaking on the reason Tinubu refused to nominate some of his avid supporters, Bala opined that it was because of the European Union report. He insisted that Tinubu was very smart and did not want to get on the wrong side of the union. Speaking via Twitter, he wrote, "President Bola Ahmed Tinubu na sharp president too. He knows how much he values the European Union's opinion and wants to please them. Have you not noticed that those who European Union reckon as a certified merchandise of fake news, Tinubu refused to appoint them as ministers?" Last but not the least, President Tinubu to create match some ministers. Days after the submission of the first batch of ministerial nominees to the Senate, President Tinubu plans to restructure some federal government ministers. Some will be merged, others will be created, and a few will be scrapped. This reshuffle is based on the Stephen Oronsenye's report's recommendations on restructuring the civil service. Is that they cut down the cost of governance? The answer is no. According to Punch, President Tinubu is said to implement some of these recommendations. The ministries of Education, Youth and Sport Development, Agricultural and Rural Development, Solid Minerals, Works and Housing, Power and Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management, and Social Development are among those being considered for restructuring. These changes will also lead to the creation of new ministers. There are plans to split the Ministry of Education into two: the Ministry of Tertiary Education and the Ministry of Basic Education, each overseeing tertiary and primary and secondary education respectively. The decision to create two ministers will improve the quality of service delivery in the two sectors, source in the Civil Service revealed. The Ministry of Works and Housing will be unbundled with a standalone Ministry of Works focusing on federal roads and highways, and a revamped Ministry of Housing aimed at stimulating economic growth. The Ministry of Humanitarian, Social Development and Disaster Management will be transformed into the Ministry of Human Development, with social development as one of its responsibilities, according to the news. The Federal Ministry of Transportation will be split into Ministry of Railways and Railway Transport and Ministry of Waterways and Marine Transportation. The Ministry of Information will be renamed as Ministry of Information and National Orientation, with the National Orientation Agency taking on a significant role in disseminating information to the public. Other new ministers will include Solid Minerals and Iron and Steel Development. The Ministry of Budgeting and National Planning will be restructured, with budgeting merged with the Ministry of Finance and National Planning moved to the newly formed Ministry of Statistics. The Ministry of Commerce and Industry will also see changes, with the Commerce component moved to the Ministry of Trade and Investment and Industry component transferred to the new Ministry of Employment and Industry, according to the news. The Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, hinted at these changes in the recent interactions with the journalists. However, it remains unclear whether the Tinubu administration will scrap some ministers and agencies per the Oronsenye report. Despite this uncertainty, experts believe the restructuring process will benefit certain ministers and facilitate the steady implementation of government policies. And so, you take B. So, my wonderful people, now here we go take back break you. Until I hear my voice again, I still remain Okute Daily Talk, bringing it to you this Saturday morning broadcast. So make sure use this one to step down, because I will come back again with another blockbuster. Please make sure enjoy. Make sure do what? I mean, as you are driving, please do not drink, and as you are drinking, do not drive. All the very, very important. Makando. You know, Msigirio Makando. And so shall it be. Have a nice day, my wonderful people. Bye for now. Kemesiano.